Here we go.
Head around this way a little bit more.
Where's the post?
There you go, Rob. You're good. You can go back to where you were. You had to change the angle. Good evening and welcome to another episode of the SarCast. I am your host, Steve Lybrand. Joining me, as he does each and every week, my co-host, Mr. Robert Rennie.
What's
And in studio, our lifelong friend. It's been 25 years we've known him, Mr. Luigi Curto.
Hi.
Lou.
Hi.
As I know, Lou. Mama called him Lou. I'm going to call him Lou.
I pay $250 to get up here, by the way, on a turnpike. I usually get paid for this kind of shit. I'm over here. I'm putting out my hard-earned cash for you. And I got issues with Easy Pass, by the way. I apparently went through a toll. There was no money in the Easy Pass. They sent me a letter. I told them there was money in the Easy Pass. They didn't believe me. We're still going back and forth. We're not exactly on speaking terms. I had to wait in line like a freaking savage at the toll booth during a freaking pandemic. I had to switch change with the peasants on the way up the freaking turnpike for you.
I get it. We validate, though.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all good then.
Rob.
What?
Even I knew.
He's got panicked.
Even I knew I was getting screwed. By the way, I came in here. You got a nice setup.
Thanks, man.
It's a nice setup. I like what you guys done with the place. You need some plants, though.
What? Where are we getting plants from?
I hear you.
The plant store.
I don't have a plant guy.
You don't have a plant guy.
I don't have a plant guy.
I see grass everywhere.
Yeah, it's not my guy.
Whole grass.
That's not my guy.
Put it in a pot. Your mom grows shit.
No, she doesn't.
I've seen her make things grow.
She makes. Yo. That's my mom, bro.
Very talented woman. Hi, Joan, if you're listening. It's been a while.
So you took a bit of a hiatus. You were doing Funk and Fantasy for a while, and you've got a couple new projects that are coming up. Give me where can everybody hear you do your fantasy and your sports stuff? I know you're doing some stuff for pregame for the Eagles and stuff.
Yeah, so I was doing pregame for 97.3 ESPN FM in Jersey. Last season, we switched affiliates. We're doing it now on so I'll be a contributor on Philly Voice, doing the Eagles pregame, every single Eagles game for that. And then I will also be live at Rivers Casino Sundays and Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
For 14:10 a.m. in and then Thursdays, I'm in Glassboro, New Jersey at the Landmark Americana doing live Thursday Night Football.
Okay. You good, Rob?
What the hell is going on back there?
I never know what he's
I'm
doing
good,
out
I'm
there.
good.
Ma, the meatloaf. So you got 3 different nights that you're doing 3 different places.
Correct.
You're gonna have to throw this out there, Rob. Throw it up on Facebook. Everybody watching can check that out.
Yeah, we do. Like I said, I'll be doing Eagles live pregame shows leading you into right up at the kickoff.
Right.
And then Thursday Night Football, obviously same thing. And whatever, debacle's happening on Monday night, but nobody cares about Monday Night Football anymore anyway. The big show is Sunday Night Football. We all know this.
How'd that happen?
Commentators, man. The spectacle all went to Sunday night, and all the crap games got put on Monday.
It used to be.
But you know what it is? You know what happened is bookies stopped making Monday the last day to bet.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Like,
because you couldn't. Because remember, Rob, and you remember when we were younger, we were chasing it on Mondays.
Yeah.
And now what happened? Because everyone would tune in on Monday. It was the big prime time game because you were chasing to make your money back from the beating you took on Sunday.
Right.
But now you get bent over early on Sunday, and then you just take your lump on Sunday night. And by Monday, nobody really cares. Everybody's kind of more relaxed because no one's got anything left.
Yeah, but nobody bets with the bookies anymore.
I understand that. But for a while, that's the way it was. So in the meantime, it takes time to adapt. And during that process, you got guys like, Michaels and Romo who go to Sunday night, and everyone wants to watch that broadcast. And now on Monday night, it's basically,
Who is it?
Exactly. Who the hell is it? It's a virtual who's who.
Last year I had a guy named Booger.
Booker doesn't know.
Booger.
Yeah, Booger McFarland's a complete joke.
Yeah, cool. Anyway.
That's
not what we do on this show, though. So enough of that.
Guys like Booger, you think they can pick him a little better. You know what I mean? Sorry, man. I'm a walking one-liner. It is what it is.
That was weak, but I know what you were doing with it.
It's not weak. It's strong. The thing is about when you throw out one-liners like that and you throw out the dad jokes, they're not meant to be hysterically funny. You say them because you yourself are a joke. You don't take them seriously.
So this is what I go through this with my kids all the time. Like I'll say a joke and none of them will laugh. And I'll say to my oldest, I'll go, the fuck, that was good. That was a good joke. And he'll go, no. He goes, it was pretty awful. And I go, you do realize I don't tell the jokes for you, right?
Right.
For my entertainment.
Exactly.
I do this for me.
Exactly.
What is this?
I can't hear the drops. Can you bring the drops up a little bit? So you guys have been doing this for a while. Rob obviously still catching up.
He's got it.
But and again, I'm proud of you, man. You guys got your own studio up here. You're doing well. You got a camera. It seems centered-ish.
It is.
And yeah, I mean it is soundproof. You can't hear anything going on here. It's hot though in here. It's cold out there, but it's hot in here. Wow.
You haven't stopped since you came in.
This is what I do though, man. I don't mean to come in here and hijack the whole program, but I'm going to come in and I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling about the situation. Exactly. Lick my asshole. How about that? And then you got the windows blacked out. Everything's blacked out. You know, my theory is, Steve, in life,
It's a murder.
let them watch. Open the windows. Let them watch. Let them see what's going on in here. Attract some traffic in this bastard. Maybe a breeze.
I got a breeze.
Oh, you just put the fan on.
I throw the fan on.
That's nice, man.
What happened to you?
All right.
Rob is loose with the drops.
Hey, listen, that's why we keep the drops down.
I like it.
You have to talk to him because every now and again, my man just goes, he goes drop crazy.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw you on the hot seat. All right.
I use crack cocaine.
Yeah, you do.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, Rob.
So here's what I'm going to do. So over the next, I think 3 or 4 weeks, we've got guest after guest after guest. So I was like, I want to put together a series of questions that I can ask every guest and see how the answers differ.
Okay.
So almost like a hot seat kind of scenario. So came up with 5 questions that I'm going to ask everybody.
All right, because I have 5 questions for you.
You want to go first?
Is this the SarCast 5?
Sure.
This is SarCast 5.
All right.
We're gonna need like music or a drop or something for this. At some
First of all, I want to know how'd you come up with this list?
You know, you need to let me know this shit
I'm pretty
before we're
fucking
like
creative.
live.
Yeah, I got it.
I saw the list. It's not that creative. How'd
You
you come
didn't
up
see
with
the list.
How'd you come up with the order for this list?
I didn't. I just threw them down. I said I want to come up with some questions. Yeah, I got some good stuff. You have 5? You want to ask me 5?
I only had 2.
What's your 2?
That was it.
Oh,
Right. How'd you come up with the list?
Them.
How'd you come up with the list? Who's on the list?
There you go.
Exactly. All right, go ahead. Fire these 5 out.
All right. So a couple weeks ago, Rob and I were in here and we were talking about aliens. And I said, if I don't get to see an alien before I die, I'm going to be pretty bummed. Like, I'm going to be pretty bummed if I don't get to see an alien.
You've lived in Frankfurt.
I know.
You've seen aliens.
I know. Not a real alien. I want to see a real deal.
They walk. They talk. They're
Go to
fucking
Kensington.
They're freaking real aliens, dude.
My question for you is, what is the one thing that you'd be pretty bummed about when you die, other than dying, that you didn't get to see, eat, smell, feel, whatever? It could be anything.
I honestly probably. What the hell was that?
That was an ad. I wasn't expecting.
The one thing. The donkey show's too easy. Everyone says that. I gotta
turn that down a little.
I think I think the motherland. I think going to see Italy. I think I think taking the tour and doing that whole thing, and not like the Mario Paroli tours. None of that shit.
I got it.
That's about the real tour.
Right, Rob, can you turn it down just a little bit underneath? I like it though. It's soft. It's
Yeah, a
beautiful.
little lower though, Rob.
It's really low already.
Right.
Well, we're competing to talk over it, so that's no bueno.
Right.
There you go.
I can't even hear it.
Yeah, so Italy would be it. Yeah, because I have my entire lineage is from there. I'm the first person born in American soil from my parents. And
So going to see the old country.
going to see the old country. That would be because if I never got a chance to see that, if I never accomplished that,
Yeah,
I think it'd be a failure.
you'd be pretty bummed, right?
I'd probably be pretty pissed.
Pretty bummed.
Yeah, I'd be sad. We're not pissed. I'm not angry.
Listen,
I'd be sad.
There's no wrong answers here.
But
Well,
an alien?
there is one wrong answer, and Rob will get to be the determining factor.
Okay.
So number 2, what's one food people eat that you find disgusting, and one that you think people don't know about but should? And I know that you're a food guy, so this is going to hit you a little different than most people.
One food that I find disgusting
That everybody eats.
that everybody scrapple. I think scrapple is
perfect
horrendous.
Tuna.
Horrendous. You can no. Listen.
Tuna.
It has nothing.
Tuna?
Yeah, like tuna in a can.
Well, we'll get to you in a second because I'm gonna
Hold
blow
on.
Louis' mind because he probably didn't
Hang
know.
on.
either.
The reason with scrapple is this. Now I get it. It's the whole Philadelphia thing. It's
Right.
Pennsylvania. Can we turn this damn music down?
Bro, I don't even hear it.
I can hear it. I can't even concentrate.
You can turn it off.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so listen. So Scrapple. I know it's indigenous to this part of the world, kind of a thing. And everyone's, oh, it's the perfect breakfast meat, and we don't care what's in it. But I care what's in it. Okay, I care what's in it. Here's the thing: no one knows what's in it.
I know.
And if you have to take something, right, and the only way it tastes good is if you burn it beyond recognition and then pour ketchup all over it to get it to taste good. It's not good to begin with. You can do that with a freaking shoe, and you're still going to get the same outcome.
Did my wife say something about my
Not
steak?
at all. But
My
her and
steak?
I, same fucking page. I've seen you eat breakfast meats. Questionable on the meats. That's got to be number one. And a food that I eat that I think is delicious, that other people think is disgusting.
It may not even be something that you eat all the time. There's something that you find that
I enjoy.
Yeah, that you don't think like most people know
Ceviche.
about. What's ceviche?
Ceviche is fish, raw fish that is cooked in citrus.
Okay.
So it's like taking like mahi, right? Like mahi, right?
Yeah.
So you take mahi raw.
I gotta ask a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Sorry. You said raw fish cooked.
But he's explaining
like,
how he's
The citrus acid is what cooks the fish. So what you do is you take some mahi or whatever kind of light fish that you like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend like a salmon or anything like that, but you take like a mahi or like Chilean sea bass. It's really, really good. And you take a whole bunch of citrus acid, like orange juice and lemon juice and lime juice. You take some onion, you take some parsley, you throw all the fish in there, swirl it around, let it marinate, and it cooks in the citrus acid.
Right, I got it.
It's still like, it's not like
you've eaten
cooked
sushi
through.
too, so eating raw fish is not.
But this isn't raw.
No.
It's cooked. It is literally cooked.
Okay.
Because of the acid.
Because of the acid. But a lot of people look at that and they go, it's raw fish. I'm not going to eat this. It's disgusting.
You've known Rob.
Ceviche, delicious.
You've known Rob 25 years.
Yeah.
Do you know this motherfucker doesn't like bananas?
Yeah, I just found this out.
Did you find out the other part too? A man can't enjoy a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because he doesn't like jelly.
Hang on a second. You don't like bananas. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, listen to me, and I understand because bananas to everyone, they're not appealing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I get it. Appealing banana joke.
I
Come
got
on.
it. I got it.
Now,
It was
the thing with the jelly part of it, jelly. Now, is it because jelly is just like a sugary, gelatinous just mess? Because like, what if I put like a nice preserve in front of your face, like from Lancaster? Or something
We got
like
to
that?
this. He can't do jam either.
Now, why is that?
I don't know.
Just
I
don't
like
like
it.
Is it the texture?
It's
Is it
okay.
the feel of it? Like, what is it?
No, I mean, it smells fine. I just don't eat it. I don't like the way. I don't. It's texture. It's got to be like.
texture.
Yeah, it's like a texture and the mess part.
Okay, so what about now? Listen, I found out that just because it might be weird to you, it's not weird to somebody else to have these things. What about if I was able to take jelly, jam, preserves, a marmalade, what
I'm out.
have you,
I'm out. Wherever you're going,
incorporate it in a way that you wouldn't even know it's there.
We talked about going to
I
Chicago.
mean, like, so-
Make our Chicago trip.
No,
Like,
so what he's saying though, like there are some cooks will put like just random shit in their meal.
okay.
Right, because like,
I mean,
there's
I don't even know what it is.
there's like girls that won't go down,
It's like
right? But they're on Strombolis. I'll put my dick in the Strombolis, and that's a way to get them to go down.
And that's why you're here.
This is what I mean, though. So there are ways to incorporate things that you don't like, or that you think you may be, just don't like the texture of it,
Stromboli.
While I whip this out.
Stromboli's hot.
and then you find a way to fix that. You gotta treat this like you're a baby, like we're introducing new foods to you.
No, so I asked them last week. There's a place in Chicago that does a $350 peanut butter and jelly. And I'm like, bro, if I bought that for you and I put it in front of you, you'd have to eat that.
There's a
right?
place in New York called Serendipity 3 that does a $430 grilled cheese that I'm all over. Apparently they stopped selling it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But they can take it on special request.
Well, this
I'm
one you
ordering
got to order the day before. It's got gold leaf in the
it. Yeah,
bread.
same thing with the grilled cheese.
It's
Right.
insane. So, but he's like, I'm like, if I spend $350 on a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you're damn well gonna eat. And he's like, you're just wasting your money.
Peanut butter, chunky or smooth?
I like smooth.
You like smooth?
Yeah. I like smooth though because most times when I eat peanut butter too, I put it on toast.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a peanut butter and banana sandwich, but with the banana slice
No,
very
I don't eat the banana. You
Listen,
can't listen. I'll eat banana bread, and I know there's chunks of banana in it, but I will destroy a piece of banana bread, but I will not eat a banana.
Makes sense to me. It's a lot.
Is it because it looks like a phallus?
No, it's just I
There's nothing
just
wrong
don't.
with it.
To be honest, I don't like the smell of it.
You don't like the smell of it?
No.
Because banana bread literally fucking smells like banana.
No, it doesn't.
With a little cinnamon. So okay, that's the cure. There's the cure.
No.
What if I took a banana bread? What if I took a banana sandwich, right? Banana peanut butter, and I sprinkled a little nutmeg on it, which is all they're doing to banana bread. And you can't smell the banana.
No, dude, you're You're loading this up. And it's
I'm not
not
loading it up. I'm trying to get you
Rob,
to
I just
try
want you to
new
know that
things.
it's not me that thinks this is crazy.
I don't
when you
care.
started trying, when you first tried sushi, did you dive right into eel?
No.
You had to work your way up to it, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, how about we step up to the banana? Like maybe we start you with a fried plantain.
So no,
Yeah.
I'll say it this way, okay? So banana, jam, jelly. I've been exposed to that for a long time. I was never really exposed to sushi, and then I was, and now sushi is great. I love sushi.
So what I'm saying is,
No,
just
it's just, no, because we're out.
Next week, I'm making PB&J's for everybody.
I wish I would have known this.
You're gonna have
You're
gonna have a
whole
whole
bunch of
sandwiches
sandwiches.
to eat inside that studio.
No downside. No downside. No downside.
You just said that like it was a punishment. I'll
What?
fucking eat
I have to
PB&J's
eat
all
all the
Oh, well. If you eat a hand ratty and you're just fucking destroying peanut butter and jelly.
That's cool. That's
Question
fine.
number 3. And this is where Rob has to make the determination. If you were arrested and could only get off if you gave the perfect fake name, what would it be? First and last.
White concho.
No hesitation. Rob, is he going to jail?
He's
Going to jail.
He's going to jail. You don't look like a Mike.
You need an original one that no one's heard before.
You don't look like a Mike. I wouldn't even buy it. Like if Rob said to me, my name was Alphonse. If he hit me with I'm a Vernon. Like I could buy that from Rob. If he said my name's Vernon Allen, I'd be like, no, I get it.
Alex Christian.
Alex Christian? I could actually buy that. I could see that.
That's not true.
No, I could see it. That's a good name. Rob, is he going to jail or is he good?
He's going to jail.
I think everybody's going to go to jail with that question.
Nah,
Someone's going to come up with a fake name that's good.
Alex Christian, solid. Alex, good, solid, wholesome name. Christian.
Is it Alexander or is it just Alex?
Alex.
What's one ability you wish you were great at?
I'm pretty fucking good at everything.
Anything.
One ability I wish I was good at. Probably large group public speaking.
Shit, I can teach you that. That's easy.
No.
All
No,
right.
no. There is a special art. It is an art form to command the room. Like I can, like this is nothing. Like sitting in front of like a microphone and being live on, on remotes and doing all those things. It's not a big deal. But having every single eye in the room on you, the entire time, and being able to command that entire room,
And not being able to rely on anybody else that's with you.
correct.
Yeah.
That right
I gotcha.
there. That's
Talent. Final one. This stems back to we've discussed many, many, many times on all of our shows. Rob potentially fighting the kangaroo.
yeah.
Heard it come up many times. If you could fight one of the following animals and win, which one do you think it would be? A human-sized bear, a bear-sized kangaroo, or a below-average-sized gorilla, and why?
Wait, say those again?
All right. It's a human-sized bear, or a bear-sized kangaroo, or a below-average-sized gorilla. Now, when I say below average, I'm talking like he might be like 4'9" to like 4'11", but he's still jacked. He's jacked. You definitely have a height, but not a reach. But you're in the same weight class.
I mean, I take gambling very, very seriously.
Right. The human-sized bear is one
I'm
that
going
I
to
think-
give, listen, and this is only because I recently had an encounter with a bear. I'm going to give myself a fighting chance with all three, and here's why. All right. Number one, so I came almost nose to nose. It was more like maybe 75 yards. It was about like nose to nose with the black bear in Mount Coconut. I was walking my dog, lovely little animal. She's completely erroneous to what's going on around her. She hears a little rustling in the bushes and takes off after what she thinks is a deer.
Right.
Fucking black bear.
Right.
Full size, whole nine.
How big was it? 8.5?
Listen, like I said, it felt like it was nose to nose. All right, it felt like it was nose to nose. But after doing some research, I think the bear might have been somewhere around 6'3" and 305, somewhere around there. So I started.
What's your height and weight?
For a bear?
For you, what's your height?
Oh, I'm
6 foot 1.
Yeah.
I'm 180 pounds.
I think you're lying about the weight. You don't have to lie to us. We're all friends here. There's no way you're
I'm
180.
180 pounds. I don't know if you're 180. So anyway, so the dog goes
So you're
down.
probably about what, 230,
220.
220, 230. I
This is
nailed
what
it.
I mean. So I square up with the bear, right?
So imagine the bear 6'1", 230.
Fuck that bear up. Not Rob himself.
No, I got
love
you.
Rob, but I mean, that's
I'm trying to come up with specs.
That's not. The kangaroo, I give myself a puncher's chance. And the only reason
Sean Palmer said I was almost gassed by a deer in Pennyback Creek while fly fishing. I'm taking the undersized gorilla.
be careful. Be careful with the deer. They're sneaky little.
Dude, so my work
truck,
truck, I can ride on the rails at work.
Oh, good for you.
So I was driving backwards the other week on a treadmill wheel
You can.
on the rails.
Yes,
Yes,
those I
I
can.
can.
You really, I can't find that while talking.
So,
So,
3 deer literally ran. I almost hit 3 deer in reverse on the track.
Right.
dude, I was like, what the hell happened here? I'm going backwards at 10 miles an hour.
They all stopped dead behind the truck in the track.
Anyway, listen, the kangaroo's a volume puncher.
Right.
So they're going to throw a lot. You got to get through the first round with the kangaroo. If you can get the kangaroo to outpunch itself, you land a few, you got a shot.
So here's the problem with the kangaroo. It's not no holds barred. Like there's rules to this.
Right.
Like we're gonna break that shit up, but he's gonna throw a couple kicks at you.
Yeah, and you got to be ready for this. Isn't 1995 anymore?
Yeah, no.
Mixed martial arts have come into play.
I got you.
You got to use it like a jab. You think I'm not going to kick either?
It's Muay Thai. It's
You
totally
think I'm not going
different
to kick
discipline.
either?
I know where you got that from.
Totally different discipline.
Steve's quote.
Progressive commercials.
It's Muay Thai. It's totally different discipline. What I'm saying is I totally get where you're coming from. But you have to expect it. It's not going to be a straight up boxing match.
That's fine.
There's going to be other things involved.
That's why I said I gave myself a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to use his feet. I feel like it's not so listen. Their arms, like kangaroo's arms, they're not jabbed.
No, it's all in his
Kangaroo's
feet,
arms,
dude.
It's his feet. You got to watch out for that. Them kicks are dead.
Yeah,
They can jump like 39 feet in the air.
Yeah, like you're going to be standing there ready to throw a punch, and he's going to be behind you, jabbing at the back of your head. And I gave him an extra 3 feet because I feel like
Here's
a
the problem.
kangaroo.
Here's your problem already. You're giving the kangaroo too much respect. That's the problem.
No, he deserves all the respect in the world.
Right before you even walk in.
Probably I didn't pick the
Right.
kangaroo.
So you have to game plan for this.
no, there's no training.
If you're telling me I'm going to fight a kangaroo, I'm going to know already. Watch the feet.
No.
Watch the feet.
The way this will go down is I'm telling you to come up because you're going to be a guest on my show. You walk in, boom, there's a ring. And the kangaroo is just staring you down.
Fine.
There's no training. He's ready. You're not.
It's okay because you have to be ready to attack. That's what a
Okay.
fighter does. As far as the gorilla goes, I mean,
So I feel
listen,
like
you saw what happened to Harambe, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like so the gorilla is going to have crazy strength that I'm not expecting. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Bear, I feel like he's going to be uncoordinated.
No, I think the Bears will be more coordinated than you
Human
expect.
side.
Where's the link to this fucking show? Because people are asking for it, and I'm trying to send it to them.
So on my mic, Joe.
You just got to hit the share the CB Pro Live. Tell them to go to CB Pro Live on Facebook. I feel like the gorilla. And for anybody that's listening at home, you can always watch the show every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 on CB Pro Live. That's where it's at. Facebook every Wednesday. But for me, I think it's the gorilla. That's who I would go with. From week to week, I'm probably going to change this up based on whatever research I do.
No, I think you should run this for the next 3 weeks, though.
I know these are good questions,
And
right?
afterwards, we'll come back and revisit. And
Yeah.
we'll just rip people apart when they're not here.
For
For their answers.
Oh, yeah, he's getting smashed next week.
Smash every week.
You want to do some news, Rob? You got any stories this week?
Bro, I don't have anything.
I got 2. It's a slow news week.
I'm just here.
I like it. All right.
What else do you want from me? I answered your fucking questions. You answered me. You asked me a bunch of questions. I answered every freaking one of them. What else do you want?
Those good questions.
Oh, good. Rob, you can't keep playing the same drop over
I
and over.
didn't know. You just wanted that one. You asked for it 3 times.
Yeah, but it was 15 minutes ago. The moment passed.
No, I just waited until something came out.
Here's the story.
That's what she said.
Python bites Thai man's penis in terrifying toilet encounter.
Come again?
Whoa.
Hold up.
So I've seen this Instagram video where there's a snake underneath the bowl of the toilet.
They literally have to take
Imagine you're in one, like you're like, I gotta go. You gotta go to the bathroom first and fish the under bowl of the toilet to get the snake out.
And I got you. So this dude sits down to drop a deuce, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got his bow dangle swinging around, right?
Yeah.
And he just feels this incredible pain.
Oh.
So the snake came up through the pipes and fucking went right at his jimmy, snake on snake action, and bit the head and tried to swallow the whole thing.
Would never happen. Would never happen. You gotta understand something, man.
Listen,
My name is Luigi. I got a brother named Mario. I've been having shit come out of pipes at me since I was born, dude. I'm ready for this. I was born ready for this. Have you seen Super Mario Bros. 2?
I was not expecting you to go there.
This is nothing to me. This is nothing to me.
You do it. If I do it, then I'm being offensive. Of course.
It is true, by the way. It is true. His name is Luigi, and his brother's name is Mario.
Oh yeah, definitely. What did your mom used to tell you when you were little and kids would pick on you? It's my favorite part.
So I used to, I mean, with a name like that, you fight a lot, right? So I used to fight a lot, like every day. And I would go home and I would just I'd be, shirts all ripped up, all kinds of stuff. And my mom would say, like, what happened? And I'm like, well, I got into a fight like yesterday, the day before. And I'd say, why? I'm
What
like,
changed about today that made you ask?
she'd say, why? I'm like, well, because I don't know. You named me Luigi and you named my brother Mario, and there's this game out there that everyone makes fun of us at because we're the Super Mario Brothers. And she says, oh, well, just tell them you're famous. I said, all right, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Right? Everything else is going to, it's not working. I give it a shot. So next day I come home, same story. Shirt's all ripped off, the whole nine. I come home and I go, my mom goes, what happened? I'm like, I told him, I did exactly what you told me to do. I told him that I was famous. Meanwhile, Jimmy's at his house telling his daddy just beat the shit out of a celebrity. So I'm like, this is a lose-lose for me.
This is Jimmy and his dad.
I didn't lose them all.
Not all.
I didn't lose them all.
A man in Thailand is recovering in hospital after a python latched its fangs onto his penis while he was using a toilet earlier this week. Rescuers arrived to find a python's head hanging from the bathroom door secured by a rope, with the rest of the snake still stuck in the squat toilet at the man's home east of Bangkok. The man lost a lot of blood, but is now recovering.
Is the snake's name Epstein? Or okay,
it is Epstein. Emergency workers had to dismantle the toilet to remove the snake, which also survived the ordeal. They said that the rescue workers said that they've seen snakes in toilets before, but never witnessed a scene quite like this one.
Oh, I mean, that's what she said, brother.
Oh, yeah. Most times they just bite at the legs or the butts, not the penis. This is the first time. My man must be well endowed for it to be able to hang down that way.
Now, once again, I've seen snakes move like this. The snake is quicker than you think, brother. They're jumping out. They're just jumping out of the wall. You got no chance, dude.
Right, but keep in mind the way that a toilet is shaped, right?
Yeah, it's a bowl.
Yeah, but
and it comes up like this.
Correct. So it has to come up underneath of his balls to catch. Like, it's got to come up backwards, man.
Was he sitting or standing?
He was sitting. If he was standing,
hold on. Think about it this way, okay?
Right.
So obviously, when we think of a toilet, we think of a round bowl.
Right.
So they said something different in there. What did they call it? They called it something.
Was it a bidet?
No, they called it a squat bowl. So this is something completely different. I bet if you look up squat bowl, it's really, really wide and just completely open.
Again, it doesn't really matter. Like, no matter how you sit on a toilet, it's got to come up
it's
your balls.
It's different there. I guarantee you it's
You're
different.
hanging on it?
No, you searching it?
You know it.
You have. It has to come up from underneath.
Doesn't have to do anything. It's in the Philippines, right?
No, because you're thinking of the whole thing.
Wrong, my brother.
Yeah, you're
The squat potty when you sit on it backwards.
Dude, this is what a fucking squat bowl is.
That's
All right?
not what it is.
Go ahead. That's what a squat bowl is. You literally squat over top of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's totally
All right,
feasible.
So just set this page for you guys to understand at home. So the bowl is on the wall about 6 feet up. Not the bowl, the back tank where the water goes. The toilet itself is actually in the ground, so it's almost like
Oh, about a backsplash, you know what I'm saying?
it's basically a hole in the ground that you would squat over.
Right. Which is
That's
what
bizarre,
man.
See?
Totally
but it has
feasible.
a flusher, so it's not like a bidet. So, like, if he's standing over top, this is 2 weeks in a row this motherfucker did it. He said, not everyone is built like you, Tuna Can. Other people's cocks hang lower. Fucking Joe Blaze. We'll be in 3 weeks. We'll settle this then. He should have been in here telling us what a fucking squatty potty is.
He's a plumber.
He's a plumber. So, again, this is on the floor now. Now, this changes the way that I think about it. It changes my perspective. But still, that snake.
So he's not sitting down.
No, but that snake had to be. I mean, I don't want to stereotype, but I do know.
Go ahead.
I do know that Asians are a little shorter than most. They're not stature-wise. There's not a lot of.
It's not stereotyping if it's legitimately true. Like,
right, they're shorter.
Right.
Asians are typically shorter.
Sure. And they're really good at math.
Joe said I laid pipe with the best of them. So, I mean, still, the snake's got to
Did Joe
jump out.
know what it was?
No. The snake's still got to jump out of the pipe like 3 feet, right?
Right.
Like, I feel like
It's fucking Thailand. There's no rules. Do you understand? It's not the same as it is here. Snakes don't act the same. They're fucking crazy.
I don't know. I feel like I would have been.
You're
able to get away.
expecting too much. You're expecting the snake to be.
Dude, you would.
Hot.
Dude,
How was?
Just think about it.
You're supporting your whole self
Don't
by
worry about
squatting.
this. I'm all potatoes.
You don't even know what a squat is. So I mean,
I
that's,
didn't even
That's true. He hasn't been that low to the ground a long fucking time. All right.
That's not cool.
Again,
That's not cool. I've known you a
But-
long time. You have to do it.
I understand.
I feel like I would have gotten out of the way.
You wouldn't have. You're squatting over top of it.
Yeah.
The snake comes up. It only has to cover maybe 6 to 7 inches of territory before it reaches your penis.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have the time.
But you're not squatting over it.
Yes, you are.
I think you're standing.
No, you do squat over it. It's called a squat potty. You squat
You
over
can
it.
still
They're Chinese, you're not savages. You're still going to squat over it.
All right. I don't think it would have hit. I think I would have gotten out of the way. I'm looking at the squat potty now and seeing the
Are you
snake.
saying you would have slithered out of there,
I
Steve?
got some pictures. But it looks like a bowl. It doesn't look like.
Meanwhile, let's move on. You got anything else?
I got one more.
All right.
This is one of those cool because I find some of the best stories come out of Britain.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's some of the most conniving people there. Like they run scams that we haven't even thought about here yet. Nor would we try this.
All right, go ahead.
Woman who sawed off own hand found guilty of fraud. Stay with me. A court in the capital of Ljubljana, found that Julia Adlasek, 22, had taken out 5 insurance policies.
Wait, real
the year
quick.
before
Rob,
her-
Julia Adlasak, going to jail or not going to jail?
not going to jail.
So he's 0 for 2 today. Right now.
She's going to jail.
Well,
That's
that's,
for
for
a
a
different
different reason. Not
reason.
because of her name. though.
What you do?
I never told Louis why the cops stopped. It's because he was missing a hand.
What you do?
So she's 22 years old. She had taken out 5 insurance policies in the year before her injury. And she had claimed that it happened as she was cutting branches. She used, I think, a circular saw.
Totally feasible.
She stood to gain more than $1.16 million in payouts.
Seems about right.
She now faces 2 years in prison, while her boyfriend has been given a 3-year sentence.
What do you do?
Get into it. Adlasek and a number of relatives were arrested in 2019 after she arrived in a hospital with her hand cut off above the
With
wrist.
no hand, it's kind of hard to figure her for the crime, don't you think?
Another.
What are you talking about?
It is an outrage.
Come on.
The court found that she and her boyfriend had intentionally left the severed hand behind rather than bringing it with them to ensure the disability was permanent. However, authorities recovered it in time to sew it back on. Prosecutors said the woman's boyfriend had also made internet searches about artificial hands in the days before. Prosecutors said that this was proof that the injury was intentional.
You got a clear case, man. This is a classic
Adlasek's
rookie mistake.
boyfriend's father was also given a 1-year suspended sentence. Throughout the trial, Adlasek has denied intentionally cutting off her hand. Had the fraudulent claim been successful, the couple would have received more than €500,000 as a lump sum, and the rest paid in monthly installments. Now, let's say she gets away with it. The first time that they get into an argument, her and the boyfriend, and he's like, "You don't understand what I do around here," and she's literally like, "I give my left hand for you."
Right. At least you can still swear oath.
That was good. I literally gave my left hand for you.
This kind of reminds me of the Big Lebowski. You want to toe? I get you. Toe. It's no problem.
So there's a lot to unpack. First off, I've heard of being able to insure specific body parts.
Yeah, you can. You can do that.
Absolutely. You got to go through like Louis secondary market. You can't get it through like
Dismemberment.
Huh?
It's dismemberment.
It's a different kind of thing. It's not like bodily injury.
It's called D&T.
So like take somebody who's like I'll give them like a famous
Like
example.
Kardashian had her ass like done.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
she
what I
had,
was gonna go. Actually, J-Lo did it.
J-Lo did too. She had her ass for like $1 million.
Yeah,
Whatever
it's
it is.
insured for like $1 million. If anything ever happens to her, artists will insure their hands.
It's smart.
Musicians will
Of
insure their
course.
hands.
And musicians will insure their local group.
I think that there's people that have tried to insure their eyes before, but they say that that's you can't do that. But taking out 5 different insurance policies, like being somebody that's in insurance, it's really hard to do because after you take out the first one, they start asking questions about why you need a second and a third and a fourth. That's the first red flag for me. The second thing is like,
Because you're in the biz.
no, I mean, yeah, but
You're
I don't know a single woman that I can convince to cut her fucking hand off for me.
not doing it right.
Huh?
You're not doing it right.
No,
You should see the shit I can get people to do. It's
Dude.
amazing.
that was to me like, listen, people do dumb shit all the time.
Of
They show
course.
up to the hospital with crazy stuff stuffed inside them. They fucking
That's what I want to do.
Slice-
I want to get a show like that. Where you walk into an ER room with a camera, you just take a picture. It's called "Guess What Happened to Me." Right.
It's called Guess What's in My Ass.
Right. Exactly.
There's actually a game called Guess What's in My Ass.
Really?
Yeah, Google it. I'm not going to tell you. Guess What's in My Ass. Joe Blaze told me about it. At least he's good at it. Anyway,
Spoiler alert: everyone wins.
everybody knows, yeah. I don't know what you would have to do to convince somebody to cut off a limb.
1.1 million reasons why.
And I got that.
But I'm also the guy's also researching ways to get artificial limbs. So it's like, okay, if you cut this off, we'll get you another one, a better one, a stronger one, even, right? Maybe one that's a little bit more you,
right?
And you're going to get 1.1 million after I take my end or whatever. You're going to clear like maybe 300,000,
right?
And it's a hand, no big deal. You get another one,
right?
We're going to get you another one put on. If you tell me I can get another one, and you pinky swear that it's going to happen, I'm probably going to believe you.
With your good hand.
I'm probably going to believe you. You know what I mean? A pinky swear is good as gold.
So, how doesn't the woman go to the guy? This would make more sense if you did it. Like, did they?
No. I'm the one putting all this together.
I got you. But at some point, she's going to be like, fuck you doing?
Someone's got to hold your hand through this.
I got you.
That's exactly what would have been my fucking response.
He's hit 5 of them tonight, and that was probably the best one.
You're still trying to figure out how you
I
can
can't- I just-
to sleep.
Again, you lay out all the facts.
Yeah.
I got you. But, so if I
Can
try,
I see? Is there a picture of this one?
I swear I would show you. if
There's
there
no
was.
picture of this woman.
No. I mean, Rob could probably Google it.
You couldn't get your hand on a photo.
I couldn't. I wasn't prepared for it. I honestly don't know. Listen, I mean, with the right amount of drugs or alcohol, you can convince anybody to do anything. I get that. There's not been a single woman, and I've dated some fucking idiots. There's not a single woman that I could go, listen, for $1 million, you lose your hand, we're fucking paid.
I know women you did that $20 is $20. So for $1 million, I'm sure they would do a lot more than that.
No, I don't think I could convince a woman to cut off her fucking hand.
I guess it might come down.
Oh, somebody,
1.1 maybe.
Joseph Martino said, pay off my house, I'm in.
I know a lot of people in that situation right now.
It's crazy to me.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Again,
What did you think about it?
No, so
Is
Why
she,
would you not think about it?
what's that?
is she a soccer hooligan?
No, she's not a soccer hooligan. At least I don't know. Maybe.
She'll never have a hand.
Maybe her boyfriend is in deep
But do you
with some
think
of the local books.
What if she should never have a handball again?
so? Not bringing the hand to the hospital.
That's
probably single-handedly
the
the
dumbest thing they did.
I see what you did there. Because it was one single hand. It took a minute. for Lou, but
No, it didn't take a minute for me at all. I'm just letting Rob go ahead.
I was single-handedly the dumbest thing they did. What I don't get is, like, she's got to say, no, bring the fucking hand. Like, she's writhing in pain. Blood's everywhere.
The last thing you're thinking about is bring the hand. The only thing you're thinking about is make the pain stop. Do you
No.
understand?
Not if you plan this. If you plan this, you had all.
There is no plan for that part of it. You can
No,
plan
you
the
didn't
whole
plan,
thing.
you didn't plan for the pain.
whole
But
thing.
listen,
The
part I'm saying is that you have to think in your head, how can they not put this back on?
One,
That's the part you need to think
the whole
about.
thing can be written down. Like ran through practice.
Well, yeah, the
Everybody.
pain part.
That happens.
Well, that's why.
Wait,
That's why you have a cohort, though, because the
You think
cohort.
that she caused it herself?
No, he had to have done it. There's no way, dude. Like, dude. You
Oh, he
ever
could've
like,
done it. He could've done it.
you ever like hit yourself with a knife?
Go, baby, it's okay. Baby, it's okay.
You ever like hit yourself with a knife?
like, dude, this is how that has to happen. Okay?
Like,
You can't sit there when she's on the couch watching The Office, and you're sitting there like, shh, it's okay, it's okay.
It's a sexual assault. You didn't. It wasn't just a straight.
That was just
it
one
wasn't
time?
accidental. No.
dude, it's this. It's he held the saw and he went and gone. It's all.
They have to have a third person because somebody's got to hold their arm.
He's holding it.
As a diabetic, every day I got to prick my finger, and I get nervous about that.
Did you
I've been
imagine?
doing it every day for 2 years now, and I still get nervous about it.
See, Joe said he would have got away.
I think
he
I
would have
got
got
away
away
with it
too.
too.
Did you imagine if this asshole didn't measure twice and cut once? If he would have said, I gotta go back again, I'm sorry. I didn't think it out. Sorry.
How about you ever cut a tomato and you don't get it all the way?
You
So
said that,
that
oh, my worst.
like how about if you go through like he gets it all, but he's like, oh, you're not gonna believe
Yeah,
this.
babe, don't look.
I can't just pull it. It's gotta be a scene, otherwise you're not gonna believe it.
At least we're gonna look like love anymore. You know what I mean? We're done with that now.
You can just wear a sock now.
I promise you, once I get the money, I'll put a ring on whatever finger they attach to your hand.
You know, like, listen, I met her. She's great. You better put a ring on it. On what?
He's got to use a bracelet.
On what?
He's got to use a bracelet.
How do you propose that? You just put a hula hoop on her fucking head?
You put a bracelet.
Why don't you have Sandy come on in?
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
I'm gonna ask Sandy what her thoughts are on it, and
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Get a woman's perspective.
get a woman's
Maybe
perspective.
we can get Sandy to cut her fucking hand off.
Maybe money's
That'd be
great.
great. Sandy, come on in.
So Sandy is coming in. Sandy Heiser, she's going to be starting a new show starting this Tuesday. It's going to be 8:00, I believe. 8:00, do we say? It's from 8 to 9. She's going to explain the name because I'm curious if there's a story here.
Joe.
Telling a story, but I just want to apologize if I offend anyone right now.
Oh no, you're not going to offend
Or
anybody.
anyone that's listening.
Dude, listen.
Also, I would not cut my fucking hand off for $1 million plus because I could push my husband down the steps and get more and keep both my fucking hands.
See, she's one that
So-
thinks she thought it out.
I
But at
thought about that
22,
one.
at 22, do you think that a guy could have convinced you to cut your hand off for $1 million?
Do you have any tattoos?
I have a lot of tattoos. Well, not
At
a lot.
22, you would have cut your fucking hand off.
Nah, I need my hand to climb up the pole.
Whoa. Brooke
It's
Illich.
just-
Brooke Illich. She goes, she's no lady.
That's
Brooke, by the way, I saw you. I saw you out in the wild.
Of course you did.
Yes, I
You're
did.
like a little boy.
No, I
But
saw. I think I
not
saw her in media like a couple weeks ago.
No, yeah.
At some like
Probably
random place. I didn't go to say hi to her, and I saw her twisted in the trail
Huh?
like before COVID even started. And I think she was going the other direction. I didn't go up to say hi to her, but I saw
I
her.
don't think she's a hiker, but
No, she wasn't there.
Definitely.
But she was
I
there with
mean,
somebody
she's
else.
always on the prowl. I don't know if she's a hiker. But so
We
I have
Yeah, we all know.
She was little.
So wait, I have to talk about somebody else in here that I've known since he was little, and I didn't realize who the hell you were. He introduced you as Lou. I'm hearing you like Louie. Oh, so he knows your cousin Luigi. You were the cutest, chubbiest little kid. Oh my god! I was like, are you kidding me?
He's just
That's
shaking his head like you can't run. I am.
it. He was. I didn't even.
Oh, well, hello, the mood just changed in here.
Yes.
I go to 60
Oh
said
my
chubby.
god! I
You
love
said
it.
chubby.
Chubby, you were so chubby.
I go
my God,
60%
you were
body
brother.
fat now. I get no fucking play.
No.
None. Serious now. None. I get nothing.
You were cute.
I'll gain the fucking weight back.
I don't think that would make you happy, but everybody would recognize the shit out of you then.
Brooke said she was probably walking her dogs.
She had dogs.
Yeah, well, of course she does.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, that's so funny.
We know so many other people. I know him. I know him.
Yeah.
It's great to fucking see you.
That way.
Woo!
Camera's that way. Swing that way.
No, I don't want to look at the camera.
He's heated right now. All right.
Gorgeous.
All right.
So,
So,
I believed you.
yes. So, Sandy, she's new to this podcasting thing. I'll tell you what, you're very comfortable in front of the mic for this being your first time.
I'm a show off.
Yeah, I like
I'm
it.
a goddamn show off.
You're gonna be fine. So, your show starts Tuesday night. You named the show Lady Juice.
Come again?
Yes, Lady Juice.
Exactly. Marinate in it.
It was
Think
weak.
about it.
No, that was weak. It was a weak attempt. What's the story of Lady Juice?
Okay, so I wasn't even thinking about Lady Juice. It was something that just accidentally happened. Labor Day weekend. Well, I mean,
I'm
it
just
always
keeping my mouth
accidentally
shut.
happens. Labor Day weekend, we went to an awesome Labor Day picnic at Kim's house, who's listening. And she had texted me, my husband has a habit of pissing the bed when he drinks. So I made him buy me a $2,500 bed so he won't piss the bed anymore because he doesn't want to waste the money.
I'm married to a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
It's fucking
kinda.
awesome.
Do you know that you
So-
can slide like a rubber thing underneath the bed?
It's been no, not the new one. It doesn't happen now. But we were on an air mattress.
Listen, for the three of us that are in there, you two are fucking lying if you've never pissed the bed when you were drunk.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
he
yeah.
does it. I mean, he
Dude,
hasn't
I've
done it.
got some
Weird piss stories when I was
drunk.
I have a
Never.
lot of weird piss stories. I have videos to prove
Never.
it.
Never.
You're a liar.
Uh,
You're a fucking liar.
Never
That's okay.
pissed the bed.
You're a liar.
Never pissed the bed.
You're a
when I was
liar.
drunk. Never pissed the bed. when I was drunk.
1,000% I know you're lying.
Never.
have you ever Amber Hearded the bed?
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't
You know what this is?
You don't know who Amber
Oh,
Heard
what?
is?
No, I know who she is, but you
You don't
said
know
no
what she
right
did?
away. Did you know what it is? I don't know what she did. Did she shit the bed?
Yes, she did.
I've
never done
that.
I
Never
know
done
how to
that.
get up and use the bathroom. I haven't pissed the bed since I was the cute little chubby kid back in the
I believe it.
That's why you were so cute. You didn't
What?
piss the bed.
Your mom loved you. Were you the favorite? Maroon. Look
She
at
named
this
me player 2. What do you think, asshole?
Well, you know.
And I
Daddy
came out
always
first. You already knew I was going to get one up. She knew I was getting one up.
There's always a soft spot in Nana's heart.
It was in my stomach.
Always.
Exactly.
Joe
No.
So,
said,
lady juice.
Joe Blaze, hold on, Joe Blaze said, I've never pissed a bed, but I've shit in an elevator.
See?
I believe that.
I believe that too.
It was probably a bucket. Like, those plumbers do some nasty shit. No
Well, they
thanks.
see shit. It doesn't bother them
Yeah, no, not
at
at all.
all.
So
Nothing bothers
what's your
them.
show about?
Well, I want to know. I want to know why
oh.
Lady Juice first. Then we'll get to
So
what show's about.
the woman that had the party texted me and said, "Oh my God, Sandy, he didn't piss my air mattress." So I told her, I said, "It wasn't pissed. I was on a mattress, hon." And she was like, "Oh my God!" So my husband, don't tell her it was the Lady Juice. So because she's friends with her husband,
Uh-huh.
and so I joked around with it. I was like, "You fucking moron! The simplest minds have the best fucking answers." And it was like, "Are you kidding me?" I've been stressing over this shit for I have to have something good. It has to be good. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Is Michelle
And
your
then it
mom?
was- Yes.
She said
Oh,
this,
is she?
she's watching.
I'm
Or
sorry.
she's watching and listening, and she's just I can just imagine her with her hands covering her face as she types, and it says, "This is my little girl. This is my little girl."
He
This is
also
what I
knows my
expected.
husband. So,
This is what I expected.
well, you made me proud.
You did a good job, Mom. So what's the show going to be about?
I haven't figured that out yet because I kind of just
You're
go with
running
the
out of time.
flow. Yeah, I know. I kinda just
Rent is
go with
due.
the
Like,
flow.
you understand? Like,
I
rent is
paid
due on
the
this
rent
shit.
in advance, so
good.
I
She
can
paid
talk
the
about
advance.
cooking.
She
I
gets
can talk
whatever
about
she
my
wants.
You can come in here and not
incest.
say a fucking word.
Not even
No,
she could literally
exactly.
sit in here and listen to ambience sound. I don't
could.
give a shit.
It's already paid for.
I will help her.
Does
every
anybody
step of the
here
way.
know what an aqua dump is?
No.
Think of ponder on that one because that's going to be an episode. But I just
Can you tell us? Because we're going to know what it is.
No, you have to tune in.
Oh, damn.
Damn,
She's
she's
even got teasers now.
Yeah. I mean, you could Google it. It's
So-
not going to be my story.
So what's the show about? So what is the basically the-
Aqua dumps? Did you not just
no,
say
Yeah,
that?
that's
making
just an
people
episode.
laugh. Making people laugh.
So you're just it's just
And
basically-
insulting people.
Okay.
just
So
so
you're
we're
just going to
clear.
talk about just like random things that happen throughout the
Yes.
course of your day and
Yep.
things. Okay.
Oh yeah, because I have a lot of crazy shit that happens for no on Saturday I met a gay Stan Lee. I don't know how that happened at Woody's.
A
I
gay
thought he was
Stan Lee?
dead.
Where you at? Woody?
I was at Woody's. And I was trying to get a friend of mine to bend over because he was drinking Fireball on the rocks. I was like, this dude is easy. Let's just get the fucking money, get the drinks, go. And apparently he was all about it. And then all of a sudden he's like, you're going to burn in hell. And I started videotaping it because I thought Stanley is a
This is
cool
why I don't go out.
guy.
anymore. This is why I fucking.
Me either.
This is why I don't go out anymore.
I'm apparently going to the wrong spot.
Queen.
I live that.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
you
in
I'm
do.
in the
I was-
shit. I'm in the shit. All right. I'm in the shit. And
There's your question. How big is the cat calls?
it's bad. So I did do a stint there.
At Woody's?
Oh,
One weekend.
What were you doing there?
So we used to work at. You remember we used to work at.
did you clean the glory holes? Is that like?
We used to work at Timmy's.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. So do you remember?
Wait a second. We used to work at Timmy's and hung out. I never worked at Timmy's. You worked at Timmy's.
I worked at Timmy's.
I worked at UJ's, and Rob worked at UJ's. I
I
don't
worked-
think you ever.
Did I work at Timmy's?
I don't know.
I might have worked
Tara
like
worked
once.
at Timmy's. I never did.
Right. Why?
Yeah, I know you did, but that's a long ass time ago that you've been holding in the fact that you fucking did a weekend at the gay bar and never said a word.
Yeah.
That's smart on your part.
That's
I don't know
what got
everything.
Cindy.
Listen, no, it's smart on your part because I'm mature enough to handle it now. I'm not gonna lie to you. 23-year-old Steve would not have handled that well.
Probably not.
23-year-old Rob would not have handled that well.
I don't know what
Whoa,
happened here.
whoa.
What happened here?
You
How
didn't
many
have
did you make?
$700.
Bang!
For
Bang!
one
Bang!
Wait,
I hope it made the slapping
fucking
noise
told
as
you
you
for 2
served those
days.
It's
drinks.
fucking weird.
Yeah,
No,
your
no,
shirt off.
Hey,
It was weird. Yeah.
You
It
had
was
some
weird.
rough times financially.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
You should have been there.
But I was always
I
control.
didn't
I was always control. Was I not?
Is that where you got the hockey jersey from?
Oh, yes.
Oh, maybe.
The job was for Dave Paul.
Yeah, maybe.
Listen, Paul was a good
Oh,
guy.
shit.
He was good. He was a really good guy.
He
He was
was
tight. No pun
tight.
intended.
He
The
was a
guy
stroker.
who managed him. And he
Mhm.
said, "Why don't you come down and work a weekend?" So
Right,
I went
right.
down and worked a fucking
Did they
weekend.
make you wear topless?
Did you have to wear shorts?
No, wasn't anything.
What
like
were you
that. It
wearing?
was just
What
normal
did you
clothes.
wear? Describe what
Normal
you were wearing. How'd you brush your hair? You have what kind of clothes you have on?
All right, let's.
Because listen, I'm a
Let's get
fan.
it.
I'm
So you knew me.
Yeah, we're
You
doing
knew me at
it.
21.
I did.
Mhm.
Frosted tips.
Oh, goddamn.
Joe
Ooh,
said-
what was this, 99?
This was
My
2000.
mom
Oh,
said-
yeah, yep.
My mom said,
Did you like
used to it,
NSYNC?
you know, my gym host. Thanks, Mom. Joe Blaze said, when you're low on cash, you go work that moneymaker for drinks.
Damn right.
You're not wrong.
That's why I won't cut my hand off. I have to make money somehow.
I don't because some guys like it too. It's just-
Yeah, that's why I have to keep them too. And then you got the ones with the feet.
Look, it
You
was a
don't wanna go
fucking
there.
weekend.
Yeah,
No, I get
and
it.
you
I get
remember
it.
it. It was a memorable time.
I get it. I just didn't. I
A lot of
never knew.
people you don't think go to those places
They
for those
do.
things.
Yes.
They do.
It's fun.
They do.
So I know that.
There's a lot of white girl wasting action in there. That's
I
what
tried to get
that's what
Brooke.
it really mostly is.
I picked up a girl for Brooklyn on Saturday, and now she's freaking out.
Listen,
she's
the
not
people that
gay.
go
I'm,
there-
like, I'm pretty sure
listen,
she was.
It's a pretty cool environment. Though. I'll tell you what.
I had
Everyone there is
fun.
about having a good time.
I had fun.
It's a fucking blast.
Yes, it is.
Listen,
Just,
I'm a friend of the gay community. I have no problems.
You
I
saying
wish-
that right there lets me know that you're not.
What?
Look at
What?
I'm kidding, man.
Oh, no, I definitely am.
Relax.
I have. Listen, doesn't bother me even a little bit. I could sit there and just pound beers all day long. Doesn't bother me at all. But like I know that like it's a hangout spot for like young girls who don't want to go to a regular
Yeah,
bar or
yeah,
club
yeah.
and get
Yeah.
fucking hit on
A
all
lot,
night
a
long.
lot of girls I know
zone.
do this.
It's a
They
safe
want to go there
zone.
because they can dance. They can hang out with their friends. They don't have to be sitting there worried about being groped.
Right.
And your mom is saying that my face is always red. I have
Yeah.
like a rotation thing going on. Anywho,
I thought you were. I was letting you go. I'm
no,
sorry.
but she's
And
right because that's where a lot of girls like to go because
Yeah.
they don't have to have the fear of being hit on,
Yep.
being groped. The guys there, for the most part, are fun.
They
having
give
a
you
good time.
hair
They're
tips.
dancing.
They tell you about your makeup. They tell you you're beautiful. They tell you all that shit. I'm like, bitch, I want to go with you. I met a drag queen that was, this bitch told me he was 52 years old. I said, you're fucking lying. Because I'm 39. I said, you look younger than me. He goes, this is all that moisturizer. I said, well, bitch, sign me up. Like, give me
I got
what we do.
I got news for you. It's not moisturized.
I know. That's why. Anyway,
I'd go hang out.
that's fun.
I can't hang anymore though. Like I don't know. Like going to the bar. I'm literally one of those like I'm at that point in life where I'm tired at 11:30. I'm just like I can't continue.
I've been
to
there
do
since
this.
I was 25. I'm done.
Like-
I'm done every
Speaking
time.
of bars, this weekend, the studio, Crackpot Productions, we are having the privilege of sponsoring an event that's going to be at Patty Wax in the Northeast. They are having a cornhole tournament, a pretty decent cash prize. A friend of the studio, John Hershock, is putting it off, and Laura Lee Bell, who is she handles a lot of like the event promotion that goes on at Patty Wax. They have a really, really cool event there. There's some good food and drink specials. There's going to be an after party. So if you're in the area, check it out. It's a Saturday afternoon. Patty Wax. It's what is it? Welshing Boulevard.
Yeah.
Wilson Boulevard,
It'll be a good time.
back by the car wash.
It's gonna be a good time. I'll be there for a little while. Try not to get too hammered. So this is my weekend, right? And I don't want anybody to think that I'm a bad parent for this. So I'm gonna go to my kid's soccer game in the morning. I'm gonna leave the soccer game, and then I'm gonna go have a couple cervezas, and then I've got to go back and coach the bench for my other kid's baseball game.
You can't go back, coach.
I have to. I'm the coach. They gave me a hat.
I would go back.
But I gotta gum it up.
You gotta dolt it up.
Yeah, I got. And
You
then
do?
I might go back to the after party.
All right.
The key is I've got to get the flowers to my wife sometime in the early afternoon. Otherwise, I'm not going back. You got to play the game.
Nap it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Take some with you to maintain.
Joe Blaze said, "How are you going to bring up your cornhole after talking about gay bars?"
I said it's a smooth
It
transition.
is. It was good.
It's an easy segue
It
from
is.
one to the other.
Killed it. That's one thing that you're going to learn, segueing from topic to topic. If you
Right.
can go from gay bar to cornhole, that's
You're
fucking a
winner.
home run. It's a
I'll
home run
take
every day.
winning for 500, Alex.
It's actually the title of my autobiography.
500.
Is your show
Double
just going to be
Jeopardy.
you, or do you have a co-host? What are you doing?
So next week it's just gonna be basically I'm only doing the first one for my brother because I laid in bed one day and I thought my mother asked me, what do you want to do? My kids are grown, my daughter's gonna be 16, my other boys are gone. What do you want to do? And I like my job, I'm good at it, but it's not my passion. It's not what I wake up to do every day. And I laid down, I said, Mike, just give me a sign, like tell me. I woke up and Pat posted something and I
Pat from
messaged
Deborah.
him. Yes. And I was, because he was very good friends with my brother. And I was like, yep, we got to do it. So the first show is going to be dedicated to him. I have a couple people coming in. He's insanely funny. I can't explain how insanely funny this guy was. And you're going to hear some true stories of shit that really happened. From other than that, though, I have a friend of mine that's going to step in with me, Mandy, and we'll just go from
Just free will.
there.
You'll
Yeah.
find out that as you go along, it just becomes
You'll get a
easier and easier.
flow.
Just-
Yeah. To have
Well,
I listen
I'm
to you guys,
excited
it's
about it.
good.
I know Rob's excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
But boy,
And you know that the guys that are on before you, the Row Homie guys, they're awesome. But we'll always pitch in and help out too and help
Okay.
you grow your audience. But we're excited to have you here, and we're excited to help you to move forward with this transition and
Definitely
get it going for
excited.
you.
thank you.
And
very
Lou, thank you for
much.
coming in tonight.
We done?
We are done.
Poopy
It's
time.
about that time, homeboy.
No, this is blast, man. It's been a while. So
Dude, you know you're always welcome to come back anytime you want. Now you know where the spot's at.
yeah, it's easy fun. Plenty of parking.
A lot of park.
I'm a fan of that.
Don't
lot
go
of
through the
parking.
gate.
I live in South Philadelphia. I'm a fan of
Oh, yeah.
the easy parking. Trust me. Coming from the Northeast and having to deal with that whole shabacle and then, Wawa parking lots. It's tough to navigate through those fucking things. Then I go to South Philly. I live over there. By the way, 400,000 for a row home, no parking guaranteed.
Not worth it.
Bro,
about
about.
No, I'm thinking about moving.
The suburbs is where it's
Mm-mm.
at.
Bro, I can park on my lawn and no one says shit to me.
You got a big ass
Because
house.
you own it.
It's different.
Yeah, I park on my lawn. My landlords would be pissed.
Suburbs hit different. It's
They
true.
do. I don't like
They
it.
do.
I could drive in my backyard.
Backyard.
Suburbs slap.
I don't like it up
My
here.
lingo is so good now because I get all these like teeny boppers, and I said teeny bopper. I meant to say
Right.
it wasn't by accident. I get all these teeny boppers in the car when I'm doing the Uber and Lyft, and I swear to Christ, I was in the car and I leave country music on purpose.
Right.
It's for me. It's not for you. Don't get in my car and start touching my radio. So I pick
Poor
up these
sport.
young girls at Villanova over the weekend, and they're just going. It's probably a mile down the road. You're going to get some pizza, and they're
Can I
like,
get the aux cord?
no, they don't get the aux cord. You're lucky if I'll even give you the charger for the phone.
Speaking of which, you charge.
I'm good. So the girl, she's singing along in the back, and the girl's going, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "I love country music now." She
Oh,
goes, "I don't know
shit.
what changed." She's like, "I'm just into it now."
Oh my god.
So she says something, and she's trying to figure out a singer's name. So I say it, and she goes, "Man," she goes, "I love that dude. He slapped." And I went,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm going to try to figure out a way to use that later."
Oh, the
I
lady-
like to use the lingo on my kids just to watch them
Yeah.
fucking cringe.
What? You know what I did the other day?
I'll do it for them.
Okay, I understand that, and I do this on purpose. My daughter was up talking, FaceTiming with somebody. And so I was going through this whole Cobra Kai thing where I was just busting in the fucking door and yelling, Cobra Kai, Toy Kai, bitch, and then slamming the door and walking out. I did it for like a week straight, and she was like, "You're so corny. I hate you." She's gonna be 16. So this bitch was on FaceTime, and I said, "Who the hell are you talking to on that goddamn phone?" I'm 2 bottles in. And then she goes, "Bianca, look," and she drops it perfectly at the goddamn bunk bed top. And all of a sudden I'm like, "Hold on, from the top, do a good job." And I start doing the Cardi B thing, and she almost shit herself in the bed, just like Amber Heard.
Wait,
you were
doing
Yes.
WAP?
Yes.
You were doing the WAP?
Yep. Yep. While the FaceTime phone was facing me, so that her friend could see me doing it.
I'm not gonna
And
lie.
it was awkward, but it was hilarious.
Every time I hear Cardi B talking about that dangling thing in the back of her
Oh
head,
my
I feel
God.
like I want to call the cops on myself because I'm not supposed to hear it.
It's
Like I feel like I did something wrong, even though I know I did it. Like I think that there's some things that I'm not supposed to hear, and that's one of those things.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you're
Yeah,
also
well,
not supposed to.
I feel like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion wrote that in the ladies' room. Everything they're talking about, not for us. Not for
Oh,
us.
dude,
the
the
WAP? Yeah. I mean,
Not for us, not for you. Well, maybe some of
It's probably a good.
situation.
It's probably a new
strip club theme song.
I guarantee it.
they
Yeah.
As
practice.
soon
with
as they
that.
open the strip, they're doing it to washing the cars right now because that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Car wash. But once they get back into live and they're back up on the poles, I guarantee they're gonna be fighting. We're paying the DJ extra to say it's your song for the night. Because
So,
if I'm out in the crowd and I'm peeling them off, I don't want to hear the WAP 3 songs in a row.
Yeah.
one's getting it. The
Right.
highest earner's getting it.
Right.
Oh, wait, is the 19th hole open?
Cinnamon. I don't know.
I with that parking lot is
There's
full. I
always
thought
a
it
cinnamon.
Always a cinnamon.
always is.
There's
And
a
the
cinnamon.
sky and
There's
the
always a
diamonds.
Cheyenne.
This is the third time today I heard about
Destiny, there's always a
Chastity.
Destiny. I'm in school.
Venus.
Yeah.
Joe, you got names?
Joe, come on.
All of the names. Joe was not even on the show last week, and he had the best line ever. We were talking about like where's the worst place you've ever dropped your phone? 'Cause we're talking about somebody dropping their phone in a porta potty. And he said
my God.
he commented it and said the floor in the back room at Daydreams. Yeah, ended the fucking show, dude. It was so good. That's such a good line.
Well,
It's a pretty good line.
I mean, you know, what was the one at Richmond and Allegheny?
Tattletales too.
Yeah, my brother bounced there for a while. I got kicked out of there. For no
I used to
reason.
know a bartender there. So did you.
Oh yeah.
We knew 2 bartenders there.
Probably.
And one dance, one did.
Oh yeah, with the thing.
The thing that Daryl Baines
No, I'm not
hanging
just saying. I'm
about-
not. I know.
The whole thing in the back of the throat.
That place was probably the second seediest place I've ever been.
The first.
Daydreams.
Is that
are
the one with
so
Frank
good.
Sinatra?
Wait,
Which is in, bro.
Which is this probably
Oh!
Which
the
is
worst.
in the Frank
The
Sinatra,
Frank
right?
If I had to
Avenue
rank
Gem.
them, if I had to rank them, and 2 of them we were at it one night.
Yes.
If I had to rank them,
Yes.
the Witches is top 5 worst all time.
That's the one in Frankfurt and Orthodox.
Double Vision's horrible too. But are we talking outside of Philly or all in general?
No.
Double Visions is actually nice now.
Oh,
That
now
was the place where
I haven't been there, but I'm
you need a double vision to walk in that motherfucker.
I
I'm
went
not
there.
there.
It is pretty nice.
No, now they've gone back 15
Huh?
years.
Jack.
Jax.
Jack's
is
number 1.
Kansas City Allegheny?
No.
Oh, which one is that?
It was so bad.
Louis, we went in there. We walked in. Louis, the last one in line.
I'm 16. I'm 16.
And you look like you're 24,
I'm 16.
Yep.
right? With a mustache.
Palmer
and
just said
shit.
Jack super on cars. So we walk in. I'm 21. Rob's 21. Actually, Rob wasn't with us. My older brother
I
was
was
Pete.
21. I'm 18. I'm 18 at the time.
Pete and Louis are 18 and 19. And my older brother, who's 4 years older than me, we walked in first. And the bartender, for whatever reason, decided we were the ones that were going to card.
Right.
And she goes, "Do you have IDs?" So me and my brother are pulling out our IDs. These 2 did one size at the station. I could have sworn I heard somebody yell, "She's fucking pregnant." The bartender goes, "Do you guys have an ID?" They went, "Nope."
That was
Oh my
right.
God.
That was me.
Oh my God. Did you have to pay to get in there?
I'm positive
Refund.
somebody in the back went, "She's fucking pregnant." Not in like a disgusted way, but in more of a like
Oh my God.
surprise.
Yeah.
Don't look away.
Pregnant women get naked
I walked in
too.
the queue. I looked up. I was like, skinny. Nope.
No.
I'm out of here. Run away.
We left there and while we were upgrading, we went to the Witches, which
Oh,
was just as
God.
bad. It was like a biker.
Yeah, I was just
On a
gonna say, you
recommendation.
think it's
On a recommendation.
This stripper came down, and I'm not gonna lie to you. It was probably her C-section scar was
Oh
like
my
a tire
god!
track.
Did she make it clap?
It was awful.
She
Oh
looked
my
like
God.
Her fucking C-section scar.
It was awful.
The C-section scar was clapped.
Yes.
So
Standing
she came around the
ovation.
tape.
I couldn't tell the front from the back.
Fucking
It was
Jesus
fucking bad. It was bad.
Oh,
She said, already you know she put that, at least.
You're right. You're
This
solid.
girl came around in the witches to collect cash, and we all spun our
Yeah,
chairs.
you know, like turn around.
She's like, that's fucked up, girl. That's fucked up.
No, that's fucked up. Nothing like the picture.
That's a lie. Photoshop my ass.
Oakford, I've told this story many times. I actually got a lap dance next to the boiler
Is
room.
that the one in Big
All the other-
Salem?
All the other
Okay.
rooms were taken up. I got it next to the boiler room. It was the hottest, most uncomfortable
Oh,
lap
God.
dance.
Sweaty pussy in your face. Oh
It
my
was
god.
Awful.
I bet it
Awful.
was. I was
yet-
trying to go there, and the person I know was a social worker. She goes, my client's working there. I
Yeah,
can't go in
It
there.
was the worst lunch I've ever had. Ever.
Wait,
Don't
wait,
send it from the
Had
Oakford.
that for lunch.
Don't eat fucking salmon from the Oakford, okay? It's
Salad.
not real
You
salmon.
hit the salad bar and that's it. I've never been to
the
the
fucking
Penn School
French
show.
fries,
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah, it's funny. The girl at the bar, she goes, you know what? She was getting on my nerves the whole night, so I was just giving her back the attitude she was giving me. And she goes, you sell cars? And I went, no. And she goes, you're going to wind up in insurance someday.
Oh shit.
Dead on. Dead on.
Usually you don't mind when strippers get lippy, but this one in
She
particular,
wasn't even a
Right.
stripper, bro. She was a bartender.
Right. Well,
Like, you bartend the lunch exactly.
You don't get
well,
to be bartender
apparently
for your
she's
stripper.
fucking Kristen because she called this one, pal.
Failed. Wrong job. You're bartending the noon hour on a Wednesday at the fucking Oakford, and you're gonna give me shit? Like, I'm going back to work when I leave here.
But she was right.
She was dead on.
Was right. That's the most.
do you know what
important thing.
happens in the middle of the day at strip clubs like that? People don't go there for dances, so she's keeping her mouth shut and getting a kickback.
She's
So it
not
doesn't
keeping her
matter.
mouth shut. That's
Definitely
the-
not.
No,
she's not keeping
exactly.
her mouth shut. Let's get that straight.
But she's
So
not.
I discovered that places like that at lunchtime, that's like the minor leagues of stripping.
Yeah, but
Right.
the
That's
food-
where
the
they go
food
to get
keeps-
their money.
It's the retired horses. Because where else are they going to go?
That too.
They have to go during the day.
I find that if
Or,
you,
or it's the fun to get your
That's where you go get your
I
food.
find that if you keep tuna fresh, they'll come back.
Yeah. And listen, you know,
I was there with a friend, Nate, and Nate nailed it perfectly.
Listen,
He goes,
I'm not a-
I'll give
Time out. Before you start, I'm not a fan of like. So here's the one thing. I know this is a little bit of advice for you. When you're doing a podcast, a lot of people don't understand who all the characters involved in the stories are because they're not in on the inside joke, right?
Right.
That being said, pretend you don't know Nate, pretend you don't know Steve, pretend you don't know me.
100%.
This is the funniest fucking story as far as strippers go in the history of strippers. This is it right here. So what you're about to tell is that. But if going in the future, going forward, just make sure you announce like who all the characters are, kind of a thing. So because you're gonna have people listening to you that don't know who
Right.
you are yet, kind of a thing. That's all. But we all know who Nate is.
I don't know who Nate is.
So Nate, a friend of mine,
Okay.
he explains to me that his preference for strippers are flat chested. They're not well endowed. And I went, well, why is that? And he goes, because out of all of the women that are in here, she's going to work twice as fucking hard. He goes, that one right there, she's the fucking Rudy of strippers.
Right.
She's going to give you everything she's got
Just
the
said it.
entire fucking time. And he started chanting, Rudy, Rudy, to the stripper up on stage. And she's throwing her arms up like this. He's just throwing dollar bills at her. I'm like that was the most money she made ever.
Right.
But he's like, I am in love with her. I'm in love with her. Totally. It was a fun show tonight, though.
That was good. Guys, you know, we should get like a water cooler in here. Or just like a BYOB always.
Definitely BYOB. There's a fridge next door.
Some water.
Well, listen,
There's water bottles next door.
Thank you.
in the green room, Doug. We've got a green room.
Thank you for an invitation. Nice.
Anytime.
It was good.
Sandy,
Thank you for having me.
it's going to be awesome. I'm
Yeah, good
happy to
meeting you.
go.
It's good to
And we'll
see
see you guys all
Lou.
next week.